Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today we're going sea style. I got these two recently in Happy Mail, two different mails, and they happen to look similar. Just one's much smaller. This one holds like 11 ounces, and this one holds about, I think, 3 ounces. So I'm going to do them together and kind of match them and sell them as a set. I don't know, what do you think? These have like a texture on the side. And I think, because I love that alcohol drip, the way it's coming out, instead of marbling my colors, I really like this technique a lot better. So I did pull out my blue shell chips, the natural color, and then the blue shells that are mixed together. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm trying to make this a simple day, but I can't ever do anything simple. Oh, this one I don't know if it'll work like that, because of these lips. What I wanted to do was the bottom layer that you would see down here, the chips, and then do the alcohol drip on the sides. I'm still gonna try it, but I'm not sure how we're gonna see that on this one. Okay, it doesn't matter. Whatever it happens, happens. So we're gonna try. So I'm just looking at this area that's covered over right here by the silicone, so it didn't dawn on me that, I don't know, we'll try. So I'm only going to mix up like 2 ounces for that one and maybe 7 or 8 for this one. I'm sure I'll probably have some leftovers. I'm going to use the epoxy because it's a little too deep for the 4-hour fast cure. This one probably would work with 4-hour fast cure. It's only maybe a 1/2 inch deep, but that's okay. I'm going to do it one time. So I pulled out a whole bunch of blue alcohol inks, blues and greens and turquoises. Not really greens, but turquoise and blues, deep blues, light blues, aquamarine. And that's it. Let's get started.
Glitz and glitter, Michelle's got a plan. Resin dreams dripping right from her hands. Blue ink swirls like a sea in a jar. She's crafting galaxies, each one a star. Stunning seashells, they shimmer and shine. Captured moments.
I wanted to interrupt real quick because the most asked question on my video the other day on how to use the vacuum chamber was how do you release the pressure if it's going to bubble over? So I just remembered that when this one got to the top of that. So all I do is take my red handle, don't turn this off, and don't turn this one. All you do is turn that a little bit and push it back. And you, as you're watching it, this isn't a good example because it wasn't going to bubble over, but you can just keep doing this or leave it open just a little tiny bit. Let some air escape and then start it all over again. And then it'll re-pressurize. And then if it does it again and it's gonna go over, sometimes I have to do that 5, 6, 7 times if I have my cups like really full. I'm constantly doing this, and you can probably see it in a lot of the time lapses when the level's going really high and really low. That's what I'm doing. I'm just releasing the pressure and then pushing it back, letting it build up, releasing the pressure and putting it back. So I just wanted to touch on that because there was a lot of questions on how to stop it from bubbling over. So this one is just about ready, and let's get started. That is ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is, I've already opened them all just so they're ready. I'm gonna drip my colors into the molds, and it's probably gonna look, I don't know if this is gonna work right or not, because first of all, I want it down in the edges. And this is a little different than a normal flat mold that you would be dripping it in. So I'm just gonna go one by one, each color. Oops, this one's really dripping out. Try to keep it off the top. Oh my gosh, this one's dripping everywhere. And then I'll end up cleaning all that off because I don't want that there. But I do want some blue. They're all dripping on me today. I don't really want it in those same drips, but it looks like that's where they're going. Oh my goodness. It's much easier when the mold is just a flat surface. And then I think what I'm gonna do is pour right here and let it flow down. That's my plan anyway. We'll see how it plays out in the end. I can't tell where I don't have any colors. I could overdo this, I'm sure. I am no expert in this technique, but I do like it. It looks really cool. Whoops. I'm guessing like when I pour it in, it's gonna bring those colors down with it maybe? I don't know. I need some over there. I want some green on each side. Not really green, but you know what I mean. I can't get it down there. It's really hard. Squeeze it in these. Okay, that should be it. I am going to cap them because these are almost all empty. I did order some more, so you guys don't need to send me any. Don used like so much of my blues on that last bloom he did. I was like, oh my gosh, you must have put 100 drops of alcohol ink in that. Okay, so I'm just going to fill it up to where the lip is, and I'm gonna just let it cure. And then I do want to squeegee it down somehow. Let me find some kind of a tool here. Oops. I want it to flow down. I'm sure I have more to go. Let's just get it going. Oops! Oh no, I did too much. That is not what I wanted to do. I will have to get that out. Shoot! Okay. Maybe I'll try to go around the edges instead of doing it that way. I got a lot of resin to get out of that one. I hope I don't do that on this one. I'll go get a syringe or something and pull it out. That is not what I wanted to do. This one has a much wider lip between the base and the back, if you know what I mean. I hope I don't need that resin that I over poured in there. This one holds a lot. Okay, almost there. That way I have enough space for my shells. I thought I was almost there, maybe not. Oh wow, this is holding way more. Where am I? Okay, that's basically all the resin I have. I don't want that alcohol ink. I don't mind the resin, but I don't want the color on my silicone because it will distract from the shells when we get to that part. So I will clean that off. This one, oh boy. Yeah, let me go find a syringe. So the thing is, I need to get it out of here, and I'm just gonna stick it in this little one because I think it's gonna be quite a lot. I hope it doesn't mess up my sides. This should be an interesting little flower. It's so shallow that it's not easily coming up into the syringe. It's barely going in the syringe, so this is going to take me a little bit of time. Maybe I could just go down the side and suck it out of the side. Oh, that one's full. I'm going to grab another one. Do the same thing. Let me get this out of here. Oh gosh, there's a million bubbles in there. Let's do it from this side. Million bubbles in there. Oh well. Let's see. How are we looking? Squish it back down. Little tiny bit more. And that'll be it. Let's try that. Not how I wanted to start. Here I'm like, oh, today's gonna be an easy day. I'm gonna relax. Easy pour. Yeah, that never happens. Something generally always gives me a challenge. All right, well, I'm just gonna keep doing this, cleaning and moving until I get it completely clean. This one's looking good. I can probably clean that pretty simply. I don't care if the resin's on there, I just don't want the blue on there. Just a little bit of alcohol and get that off. You could even let it cure and peel those off, but like I said, you're not gonna see the resin drips, but you will see the color. So I'm just going to do that to the other one. It's going to take me a little bit of time, so I will see you as soon as this part is cured. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes. I had it on the heat mat, so everything is cured good enough to pour. This one's softer because it's thinner, and this one is quite hard. I do have my butterfly out because I remembered that Rose wants 10 of them in my brand new glitter. Hopefully by the time you're seeing this, I will have that glitter in stock. I just have to name it. So I have a few days, but it should be linked below if it's available. If it's not, it will be a couple more days, and I will try to remember to get it linked in this video for you. It's gorgeous glitter, gorgeous. So I have switched over to my 4-hour fast cure, just to get this cured a little quicker. I think what I'm gonna do is pour it in here first, just a small thin layer, lay my shells in, and then pour it over the shells. And some of you are going to ask me, well, why don't you just put your shell into the resin and then pour it in? And I have a great answer to that question. I get that question a lot when I put things in my resin. So if I was to put my shell into the cup here right now, and then I didn't need all this resin, then I'm stuck with shell in resin that I can't get out. And I don't always want to make things with the extras that have the shell in there. I see some little bubbles forming on that upper lip there. So that's why I'm not putting it into my resin, because I don't think I need 5 ounces of resin, and I don't want to get stuck with it with shell in there, or I'll be making all kinds of extras with shell in there. The nice thing about these see-through molds is you can see those bubbles that are getting up in there, and you can coax them out before it's too late. Although Yeah, all these little points in the Starfish are getting bubbles in them. Come on. It might happen again anyway once I start putting this shell in there. I'm gonna just set my resin aside because my heat mat is still a little bit warm. Now I just want a layer because some of them are gonna be too wide, especially in this one. And these things look so stunning underneath resin. I just love shell in anything, really. Once you put it in resin, man, it just shines right up. See, like this one is too thick. That can go in that one. And I'm really just gonna try to get this one just like one layer because there's not a whole lot of room to be putting shell in here. I'm just gonna move it around. Once I get it where I want it and how much I want in there, then I'm just gonna fill it up with the resin and be done. The other one I'll probably put more in just because there's more space and I really don't want to see clear resin, but it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna push them together as close as I want. This one, a little too thick. And this one. So definitely pick and choose. Well, maybe that one will fit once I put that other layer of resin in. I'm just going to speed this up because I really do want to just take my time and get shells everywhere that I want them to be, and I don't want to feel rushed because I have a video rolling and I don't want to feel like I'm wasting your time doing this. So I will be right back once it's finished.
Of the ocean divine, God's creatures dancing in a resin glow. A little piece of heaven she's letting show. Starfish and seashells, beauty in her palm. Every wave she casts feels like a calming song. The ocean whispers through her artful tide, glitz and glitter dreams she'll never hide. Her table's a canvas, her tools are the sea, turning simple things into mystery. She molds the magic, her heart's in the waves, creating treasures the ocean gave. Oh, the waves crash loud, but she's steady and true, painting the ocean in every hue. A splash of blue ink, a sparkle, a shell. In a resin world, there's a story to tell. Fish and seashells, beauty in her palm. Every wave she casts feels like a calming song.
I wanted to show you what I did. So the next time I had extra and I have enough to pour this conch shell tray, I went over the parts of the facets at the bottom with my silver chrome pen. I'm going to pour it over and see if that does anything to the finished piece. Maybe I'll tint that blue or something because blue and silver always go pretty together. I'm trying to pop this bubble. Hang on a minute, it's bothering me. I was going to do it last time after I unmolded and realized that you can't do it after you unmold. So you have to do it when you first... Let me grab a stick. I'm sorry, I'm like distracted here by some things. So I'm just going to get some out of these facets that don't belong. I just wanted it up on the edge, and it's actually the bottom edge because we're looking at it upside down. And I want to see if it does anything to the overall look of this tray after we unmold it. I'm just gonna, all I did was kind of go like this over all those spots. I don't think I got all of them, but I've got most of them that it would stick to. And I think I'm going to, maybe I'm gonna color my resin so we can see the silver. Let's color it some aquamarine. Is that green or is that blue? Let me check. That's more of a green color. I really don't want green. Let's do midnight blue. Let's do this. I'm just gonna, just a little bit, not too much. And we'll see. And I don't want to stir bubbles in if I don't need to. And I'm just gonna pour it. It's still a little stringy. Let me put it here. I don't know if you guys can see. I hope you can. Oh, these move pretty easy because they're mostly cured. I'm just gonna pour this in here. And let's see what the final look is. I've been wanting to do this for a while and I haven't had an ounce and a half left over to do it until today. So let's see. And I will show you that beautiful new glitter that I have either in or coming in by the time this video goes out. It is gorgeous. A ton of you are waiting for it to come in. I hope I bought enough. If not, I can always get more. It just takes about a week to get in. There we go. Well, there's my extras for today. I'm just gonna spray everything. Now on the shells, I just layered as much as I could layer to cover all the negative space on them. This one was a little harder. I needed to get a lot of flat shells because it's not very much space. So there might be a little tiny bit of negative space showing. It's not a big deal. I don't know. I just wanted to do that. This one, I think I have all of it covered, almost all of it. Oh, there's a big spot right there. I need another shell now that I'm looking at it. This one has a lot more space to fit the shells in than the other one does. So this one's a little bit easier to do. And this shouldn't take very long at all. Now that I'm staring at it, I see other spots. So I just kind of, the good thing about shell when you're using it is it sinks. Not everything sinks in resin. And I'm trying to get the pretty side down, but I'm sure I didn't do that everywhere. Now that I'm looking at it, I thought I took my time here too. There are some spots that I missed. Not that it matters. It doesn't really matter. But if I could do it, I'm going to. Now, hopefully I didn't miss any of the bubbles. I don't see any under these edges. And the heat mat is still warm. It probably doesn't need too much time because it continues to cure from the bottom up. So this is all warm already from it heating and curing. So it's going to get that pretty cured pretty quickly. And all we got to do is demold. It's ready to unmold, but I got some more happy mail today, so I just need to give another shout out to Georgia. Georgia blessed me so much yesterday, informed me that there was more coming because I thanked her via email, and she was right. As soon as I emailed her back asking her why she's doing this, the doorbell rings, and here is more happy mail. And she sent this cross trinket jar mold, and I'm pretty sure she emailed me a picture of this done and asked me what I thought, and I thought it was really cool. They put flowers in it. It was very pretty when it was done. So she sent me one, and then she sent me 100 of these mixing cups. Really nice quality mixing cups with all your measurements on here. So I have enough cups to last me quite a long time. That also came with 50 sticks. So 100 cups, 50 sticks to add to my collection of cups. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you so much. This was also in Happy Mail, but this came straight from Rolio. There was no name in it. I don't know if this came from you, Georgia, or not, because this was a completely different package. And this is a beautiful called Purple Heart pigment paste. I didn't open it yet, but here's the jar. So I am building up my pigment paste collection. I'm so excited to have them because I don't have many. So now I have a few colors. Thank you, whoever you are, Georgia. If that was you, you went above and beyond. Thank you so much. You are so generous with all of your blessings. You are blessing us. Okay, I'm going to move to these first, our extras. So let's see how many bubbles we have in these little, yeah, we got some bubbles in there. We're gonna call it dewdrops. We've got lots of dewdrops on these flowers from that syringe. Yes, we do. But they're not horrible. They're still sparkling. And then we have this. So after I shut the camera off, I dripped some different color blue alcohol inks on the back, but it was so thick it didn't spread, so I just swirled it around because I wasn't sure how that blue was gonna look. But I am interested to see, oh, I like that silver. So the silver filled in all the bottom parts, like I said. Look at that. That gives it such another dimension. Oh, I'm going to be doing that from now on. Depending on the color, I could do copper, we could do gold, or silver, but that is now embedded in the resin and won't come out. Look at that. Then you can see all the different color blues through there. So that came out amazing. Here it is on a lighter color background. Wow, why didn't I do that a long time ago? So now you know you can paint your high points with some chrome markers, or probably any color, to be honest with you, and it'll embed right into your resin. Okay, are we ready to do the starfish jars? We shall start with this one, and hopefully they came out decent. I can't imagine why they wouldn't, because shells look beautiful in anything you stick them in. Even if you screw up the rest of the project, the shells are gonna make it pretty. So let's just pull that out. Oh, I think I just cut myself. There's a sharp piece sticking out over there. So I do need to trim. Come on. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. Yes, look at that. So there are a little bit of negative space, but that's okay. It doesn't make a difference. How do you like the sides? So there are some clear ear areas because, like I said, we weren't dripping on a flat mold. We were dripping on a deep mold. So that's okay. It looks really nice. Let me check for bubbles. I don't see any bubbles. We can even go around here with a silver paint pen to pull it all together. I think I will. And then I will need to trim all this bottom portion. So what do you think about those shells in there? I think that looks so cool. I love those shells. I have them in a few colors. And sometimes I'll go on a shell kick. I haven't been on one for a while, but maybe I just started one. So let's get this one out. This one almost looks like the sides all combined in their blue. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we have a little bit of variation in the blues. If not, it is what it is at this point. We have some, it's hard to see without white behind it. Well, it didn't all combine, but you can see like streaks of different colors. So it definitely didn't marble the way I wanted it to, and there is some clear areas. However, it is pretty. There's no lid to these, which is fine. But that shell on the bottom just takes it away. That is gorgeous. Let me go grab a marker because I want to get the top silvered up. Silvered up, is that even a word? Well, it is today. I'm just gonna take my chrome marker. This one has a really small lip, just enough to give it a little bit of character, I guess is the word. I'm just gonna go all the way around this one and continue on the big one. Let it dry overnight before you touch it, or you will be touching it up. I mean, if you don't handle it a lot, it should be fine for quite a long time. It shouldn't really even come off because it's paint, unless you're like really handling it a lot. I'm just gonna go around these edges a little bit more. because there's a little resin on each edge that jets out from the edge. I mean, it's built that way, so I just want to make sure I highlight it. Other than that, what do you think of the jars? I think they're really pretty. Ta-da! And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm just going to speed you up. This one's a lot wider and will take me a little bit longer.
Glitz and glitter, Michelle's got a plan. Resin dreams dripping right from her hands. Blue ink swirls like a sea in a jar. She's crafting galaxies, each one a star. Stunning seashells, they shimmer and shine. Capture moments.
What do you think? I'm going to go over it a second time once this is dry. If you try to do it now, it's just going to streak it all over the place. And then I should have probably trimmed it first, but that's okay. I love it. I think it came out gorgeous. Such an easy technique to do. Now this one has a wider edge on the bottom from the shells because it was a deeper mold, but we were able to put the thicker shells in there. But that's okay because most of the time it's probably going to be sitting just like that. Now this one has the really thin one because it was really thin. Well, guys, thank you for coming back today. I hope you liked it. Get your shells out and start creating your masterpieces. I'm going to get you guys some pictures. I've got something planned for tomorrow. Make sure you come back. It is something I have not done for a long time, at least a year. So a lot of you new people have probably never done this or watched my channel do it. So come back tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern time, and I will see you then. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle,